Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Andrell LaShawn. Um, I just wanted to share with you all my what I do for work. I I work overnight. I work third shift from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. My job title is night auditor. Most night auditors that I work for are for in the hospitality industry, so for different hotels. I've been a night auditor now for about maybe 15 years. That's a long time. Time definitely flies. Um, I love working overnight because I am a people person, but people and their ways annoy me. So to protect myself and my stress levels, I prefer working overnight where I deal with less of the public. And I love it. Just recently, I've been at in this position at this property, which is an extended stay, and extended stays are where guests can stay long term. Um, yeah. So so far, this extended stay has been the best job ever. Yeah. I see less people. This particular property that I work, the hotel rooms are on the exterior part of the property versus coming in the front door and all the rooms being within it, on the interior. Like each room has its own door. It reminds me of apartments, and yeah, so I enjoy that because I see less people, less guests, and so I deal with less everything: complaints, check-ins, activity, and then we don't get a lot of buses. I've worked at properties before where we got a lot of buses that will come in. Sometimes, majority of times, I don't even have any check-ins. But sometimes I do have a few. And at this property here, even if I have 7, 11 check-ins, I don't even feel like I'm busy. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna give you like a description, the description of my job title. But this is a whole lot. This sounds like a whole lot compared to what I actually do. The night, I'm gonna just say tonight in my own words, a night auditor watches over the property. They are security. They are front desk agents. They check guests in. They check guests out. We normally stock the gift shop, with drinks mostly. We help the kitchen out. My property does have a breakfast buffet, so I do make the coffee for the kitchen assistant. They usually come in about 5:30. And like I said, this is New Year's Day, and so we're about 85% capacity. Our occupancy is about 85%. Yesterday we was about 75%. Normally around this time, Thanksgiving, New Year, a little bit before New Year's. This is a slow peak, and it really doesn't pick back up until, of course, it picks up New Year's, and then it goes back down, and it really don't pick back up until spring, maybe about spring. So my nights are extra quiet, and I do appreciate that. In my everyday life, I practice no drama, peace, and controlling my reality. So having a overnight job like this is really, it helps. It helps me maintain my sanity. Yeah. So this property, I have worked at different properties where I was completely alone. This property, I have a security guard that comes in Monday through Friday. Normally, I work Monday through Friday nights, but I've allowed the weekend night auditor to have an extra day night, since she just gets 2 nights versus my 5. So right now I'm doing 4 nights a week, and she has 3 nights, which it really helps me out because I'm raising my grandkids. They're teenagers. My granddaughter, she's 14. My grandson, he is 13. And he is very tall. And he's into sports. So I usually try to be asleep by 12 noon. And I usually sleep most of all day until it's time for me to get up. And I try to get up maybe like no later than 8:30 for the most part. But with my grandson participating in sports, every day, Monday through Thursday, he has practice. That ends at 6 p.m. He also have games. That usually ends about 7:30 p.m. Then I have to, and then, I have to prepare a meal beforehand. So it really ties into, my sleep schedule. But we're making it. They're not going to last. Them being in the grades they're in is not going to last forever. So I'm making it through. I can handle it, but it was getting the best of me at one time. So I am thankful that I do have this break to only have to work. I've done it in December, and now I'm going to do it in January, where I only have to work 4 nights a week. And that is very helpful, because on Friday when I'm off, I sleep all day. Like, just because I miss out on sleep from day to day dealing with the kids, I do miss out. I catch up on my sleep on Friday. I also have other sources of income. I drive for Uber. I sell scented oils. I'm working on a couple of other ventures. My goal is to completely be 100% entrepreneur and just work for myself. Help me make myself multi-billionaire, instead of me helping all these other corporations become billionaires. So I would like to invest that time in myself. So that's where I'm headed for 2025, is to eventually work for myself. But on the other hand, dealing with now, being that I do have to work for a corporation, this this position at this job is really beneficial for me, because my whole task, when I don't have any complaints or no issues, no anything like that, my whole job description takes like 10 minutes. So, my computer work is about 10 minutes and I'm done. So when I go over this checklist and the job description later this week, like I said, this sounds like a whole bunch compared to what I actually do. Now, I have been at properties where I did have to balance the finances, the daily finances, down to a penny. And in some cases, I worked with a second night auditor, and sometimes we would just double check each other, just because that penny, finding where the money is off, is tedious. So that was good, having to work with a second night auditor. At one time, I craved to work with a second night auditor until I worked with a second night auditor, and everybody just doesn't work like you. A lot of people, some people take on a lot of other, they have, and it's not that they take on, they have other responsibilities in the daytime, so they're up instead of sleep, and they're doing errands and ripping and running, and then when they come to work overnight, they're tired and they just are not productive. So when you're working with somebody that's not productive and somebody that is productive, like me, I'm very efficient, when I do come to work, so it makes more work for myself. And then, we're both coming in as equal, so I'm not over anybody. And even outside of work, like, I don't like telling adults, I'll tell them what to do once, but once I see that, you're not doing it, that's kind of annoying for me, and I'll end up just doing it myself. So it just makes more work for me. So yeah, I used to crave to work with a second night auditor, but that all changed. Yeah, I like working by myself. And even, like I said, I got a security guard here, it's okay, he kind of sits in his area and I kind of sit in my area. I kind of stay, I'm just kind of like, let me undo my phone here. So I'm just kind of, this is just the back office. Yeah, this is just the back office. It's nothing, nothing really to see. Then I got the little front office. I can go and show you that. So this is the front office, and this is just where the computers are. Sometimes in the wintertime, it's, this is like, sometimes in the wintertime, it's really cold up here, so I kind of stay in the back here, because I have a monitor, as you can see. Yeah, I have a monitor. I gotta remember how I'm facing, how the camera is facing. So this is my first video talking in front of the camera. So this is new to me. I'm excited on my new journey. I've gotten my channel, Aquarian Alchemy, my YouTube channel, to over 1,000 subscribers, but I'm missing a lot of watch hours. And so that's one reason why I'm choosing to do these videos, talking about how I make my ends meet, and basically how I survive from day to day. So I'll at least be dropping one video every day about whatever income I'm working on at that moment. So tonight is the hotel. I'm here at the hotel. I clocked in tonight at 10 p.m. I get off at 6 a.m. Tomorrow when I get off, it's New Year's Day. So I'm going to hop into my Uber, put on my Uber hat, and do some Ubering. My birthday is at the end of this month. So my goal is to make $100 a day by Ubering, just so I can fund my birthday shenanigans. Yeah, so like I said, I really enjoy being a night auditor. Before this, I hopped around. I did warehouse jobs. I worked in the heat, sweating in warehouses, the dust. You know, I've cleaned schools. I've cleaned houses. I mean, I still clean for some people when they call, because they don't call all the time. You know, I'm just a hustler. I come up. I'm an inventor. I just come up with these ideas, and I just try to position them so I can eventually make money while I sleep. That is my goal, is to make money while I sleep. That's my goal for 2025. And so yeah, I'm not gonna go into all this tonight, but like I said, the job title that I'm talking about is called Night Auditor. I report to the operations manager, and I'm non-exempt. Yeah. So the application that I use here is Opera. It's Opera Cloud. Opera Cloud. So I've used Fosse, which is a Marriott's application. I've also used just regular Opera. That's how I kind of got into and stepstoned my way to where I am. I started out making, let's see, like I said, 15 years ago, I started out making about $13 an hour working as a night auditor. I was a bartender. I worked in a bistro at Marriott, and I bartended as well as made food. So I was able to train for night auditor because they needed someone. Everybody, it doesn't jump to work overnight. So they allowed me to train just by working with other night auditors. And then I snuck my way in, and I was on my own. I ended up going to another property, making $14 an hour. That was the Hyatt. At the Hyatt, that was a little different because you cooked food, you throughout through the night if need be. They had just like a few items on the menu that you could cook all night. They did have a bar at the Hyatt place, but I had a lot less downtime. Here, I have a lot of downtime, like I said. And then even when I started out at the Marriott, I had a lot of downtime. Because like I said, the whole process of running the audit, which is flipping the system to the next day. You're closing out the day and opening up the new day in the computer. That's what I call running the audit. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do here at the hotel. I really enjoy it. I I've had at this particular location. I used to work in the city, and in the city it was fun until it wasn't fun anymore. And I think I'm going to sign out because somebody just came in, and I'm still waiting on one more guest. But they sat down, so I guess they don't need me. But I'm still gonna go ahead and sign out. Like I said, my name is Andrea LaShawn. Thank you for watching my video about the introduction to night auditor, being a night auditor. Like I said, I'm gonna try to drop at least a 20-minute video nightly, or every day. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Leave a comment. Are you a third work overnight? Okay, I'm gone. Have a good night. Happy New Year. Bye.